Napa know-how.
A Napa guy knows more isn't always better, unless we're talking about full-size vans. These beasts do more than get you from A to B. They have so much space a man can live in it. With shag carpeting, waterbed, and a sweet lava lamp, these mobile abodes have all the comforts of home. With quality parts and plenty of Napa know-how, you can keep the original tiny house running longer, stronger. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
Blog Talk Radio.
Coffee cup, I said, thank you. What if I looked at the day and the hours ahead, and before I moved forward, I bowed my head and said, thank you. Oh, I said, thank you. What if I looked at my life in a different way, took a little more time to stop and pray? I know it would change all the moments in between. So here I go. Thank you for everything. Everything that I had, I could smile and somehow still be glad and say thank you. 'Cause life is joy, life is pain, but the prayer of my heart will never change. I say thank you. Oh, I say thank you. Oh, what if I looked at my life in a different way, took a little more time to stop and pray? I know it would change all the moments in between. So here I go. For everything, thank you for loving me. It don't even matter what tomorrow brings. Well, I will sing my thank you for sun and rain, for what you give and take away, for all your goodness. I will always say thank you. Oh, yeah.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Energy Awareness Radio. We have a very special treat tonight. Courtney Amundson is back. I can't even tell you how exciting this is. If you're listening and you want to ask a question, Courtney is here to provide readings for you. The only criteria is you must get in queue. So call in. The number is 347-202-0227. We will not be taking anything from the chat room. You have to call in, get in queue. So do so. This is your host, T. Love, here at Energy Awareness Radio. I am the founder and CEO of the Soji Huggles Children's Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to providing the basic necessities of life to underprivileged children. I'm also a reconnective healing practitioner, certified vibrational sound therapist, and positive psychology and energy psychology practitioner at Quantum Wellness Center, my private practice located in Sussex County, New Jersey, where Energy Awareness Radio streams to you live each and every week. Now, Courtney's been here before. She started out where most teenagers are, worrying about wearing the right lip color or following the right YouTube star. Courtney was only worried about whether the messages she was getting from Divine are reaching enough people. She was only 16 when she began, following the footsteps of Esther Hicks, Jane Roberts, Edgar Cayce, and J.Z. Knight as an extraordinary, powerful channeler. The messages Courtney received from the guides are compiled in her book, Teachings from God, Teachings from God, Greeting Your Soul and Revealing the Divine Within. And tonight, Courtney is here to provide you with whatever message Spirit may have for you. So, welcome to the show, Courtney. Thank you for coming back again. How are you being?
Thank you, T. Well, like I said to you off air a minute ago, I love you. I love your show, and I love what you're doing. So I'm really happy to be back, and the sun is shining in Minnesota. So I'm happy.
Wow, the sun is shining in Minnesota. I'm in New Jersey. We're due for a foot of snow tomorrow. It was shining today. It was 61 here. It was shining, and tomorrow it's going to be 29 and a foot of snow. So I'm sure nobody cares about that. Like, shut up, T. Let's get on with it. That's what we're going to do. But before we take caller questions, is there anything that you, Courtney, would like to share with our listening audience? Is there any message that Spirit wants us to have before we get started?
Well, thank you for the introduction. Very eloquently said. So for people that don't have quite an idea of how this whole process works, really, I tune into the frequency of your soul when you are going to come forward and ask your question, and that voice comes through me and speaks with you, and it's a very personal, it's a very intimate kind of experience, and more than anything else, an empowering moment for you to connect with a piece of yourself. And that's something that I really like to emphasize, is that this isn't just about getting answers to questions. This isn't just about am I in the right job, yes or no. It's an opportunity to go deeper, and that's really what we're being asked to do in this time, is to ask deeper questions of ourselves and to get to know ourselves more, and to really live our own life, lead our own life, and not give our power away. So that's really the foundation of the work that I do, is not to just give people an easy out, but to help people develop their spiritual connection, and by that I mean really their connection with their true self. So,
and that helps. Your answers help, because I've got a lot of questions since our last show together. Your response to people when they ask a question is actually speaking to their soul, as you said, and reminding them of what their soul's job or request was to come into this plane, the work that they want to, do, to keep them in alignment with their flow of what they're supposed to do. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You can call it your soul purpose, or just being in alignment with your true self, or whatever, but it's really about that. And people, I find that it takes very little for people to kind of unveil that to themselves when they let themselves do that. So it takes courage, it takes vulnerability to look at yourself in that way, but it's really empowering, and it leaves you feeling like, I'm the controller of my destiny, nobody else. And so I'm kind of here to help people realize they don't need a guru, they don't need anything, they need just themselves. So, yeah.
Great. Okay, so as long as everyone has an understanding of that, because sometimes they think it's going to be your typical psychic or mediumship reading, and that's really not what this is. It's in a way better, because you learned from what you knew to do when you came in here, and it helps you to guide you along so that you get where you need to be, so you will find true happiness and fulfillment in life. Okay.
I should probably add to one more thing before we get into the readings is that really listening to your body is a really, really I've found important piece about all of this is your body really communicates through you and to you through these experiences. So instead of listening to your mind, listen to your body, and if something rings true or if you feel a certain feeling, whether it's your question being answered or anyone else's question being answered, listen to that because it's a message for you. So I think that's
right.
The
this happened on the last call. People may have thought, well, that's for me and not for the other person, but sometimes it's for multiple people. So you can say, oh, okay, I get take it. Do the takeaway. Take whatever takeaway you get, from whatever messages anybody's getting. And because if it rings true to you, if it resonates in some way, you know what? You're meant to hear it as well. So, okay. All right, that's good. Do you want to get started with our first caller?
Let's get started. It'll take me, so once you guys are asking the questions, it'll just take me a moment of silence. So I'm still here.
Okay, yes. We're aware, well, not everybody's aware of that, but I certainly am. Okay, so I'm going to give the last four numbers of the phone number. That's how we'll do this. So listen up. Phone number 4830. You are on the air. What is your name?
Hi, my name is Michael.
Michael is here, and Courtney will speak with you in just a moment. She's connecting with you, so we'll give her just a second, okay?
Sure.
Just before we get started, do you have a question, Michael, or do you just want to hear whatever comes through?
Well, the main thing that's going on right now, I've got a couple different directions in regards to career that I'm pursuing, and I'm just right now kind of, I have the job, which is just waiting tables and bartending, and kind of the bartending gig that I have right now is just okay, and I just turned down kind of a big resort just because I'm kind of over this whole thing, and I wasn't willing to do the work that was going to be required for that. It would have been great money, but it's just kind of, I'm just not motivated in that direction anymore, and just kind of whatever you get from any of that stuff.
All right. So just focus on your heart space right now and tune into this frequency because we're connecting through energy right now. And it's a timeless space. So, dear one, we wish to assist you in this time because you are in a transitioning moment. And it is really a celebration of yourself and a celebration of this life that you are now taking into your own hands. And this is something that you may be aware of or you may not be aware of, but you are now in a place and time within yourself where you have gotten clarity that this is your life experience to live. And so this contrasting experience where you are finding that money no longer serves you. It no longer becomes your only motivation in how you choose to spend your energy. And this is a beautiful thing that you are becoming in contact with this feeling and this knowing before you convince yourself that it is a necessary thing or it is your only option, because that is what many human beings do, and then they develop into illnesses and other manifestations that are not pleasing, so to speak. So it is really beautiful that you are connected to this knowing that there's so much more to you and there's so much experience for you to walk. And that's really how we want you to see it, is that you have so much experience to walk, and there's so much more outside of your field of vision that you cannot see yet. And all you have to do is connect to that feeling of knowing that there's so much more. And how you can do that is get excited about the things that make you blissed out. Get excited about the things that come easy to you. Get excited about all of those passions and interests that we know that you have, and you see them as side hobbies, so to speak, but put energy into them again, because this gets you into alignment with source energy. And this is what you are being asked for, and each and every one of you that is tuning in, you're being asked to, at the foundational level, tune in to the source of you, that source of you that has no resistance, that has no fears, that has no judgments, and no external motivations, but to be in alignment with your highest self and your highest expression. And so all you're doing is responding to that. But you feel that there's something wrong with this because your human self thinks you're here to be productive. You're here to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And no, it is not that way. It is about experiencing. It is about coming alive. So if you focus your attention there, and we understand it's going to cause fear and it's going to cause a lot of things, then you're going to find that your energy just frees up, and follow that. And the more that your energy frees up, the more you will see opportunities coming forth to you. But the whole point here is that there's nothing to lose for you. And you don't need to be worried about not being taken care of, because you are and you always have been. So just get in alignment with what feels good to you in every single way. Do not set aside anything. Put your energy into all the things that make you feel alive and energized, and do that only. And you will feel your energy shift, and then your outside world will shift. So you are all in a good place. So we thank you for your question.
Does that make sense to you, Michael?
Oh, no,
Does that make sense? Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Because to me, it's like, yeah, if you're making a decision that, well, I didn't want to go there even though the money was good, then you really are already on your way.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it too is, I'm over the restaurant industry, and I really don't want to put that much work into it.
Yeah, that's okay. Like she said, put it into your bliss. It works. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Have a good night.
You as well.
Okay, so the next caller is the last four digits are 7817. 781. Whoops, wait a second. 7817. Are you there? And what is your name?
Yes, I'm here. My name is Donna.
And your question?
I just want to know about a man named Chris, if you see him and I spending time together, things developing romantically, or us dating, things progressing romantically.
Well, dear one, it is, of course, as we always say, it is up to you to take this experience and all experiences into your own hands. And by that we mean, of course, again, we're going back to the theme of the night, which is to get in alignment with your own self. And when you are there, then you are in your blissful experience, no matter what is on the outside of you or who is on the outside of you. And your life experience, of course, is intertwined by many different experience and people and circumstances, and that's the beauty of life, is it all flows together and flows in together. And it's an undulating type of movement. It's like the waves where, experiences come and go. But what remains the same and what remains there always is your connection to yourself, to the source within you. And when you are there, when you are confident there, when you are in alignment there, then all that you attract to you is a mirror of that, you see. It is interesting because so many human beings, they're asking all of these questions from outside of themselves, because right now you are outside of yourself and you are looking in and trying to predict things, and truly it's not that way. It's everything comes as a vibrational match to you. So if there's any doubt about this or any feeling of disconnect, then it's really not about that person. It's about you. It's about your connection to you. So again, how do you do this? How do you move into that space of alignment? Well, we said it in the last question, of course. It's about following that which makes you alive, following that which brings you into that space where you become timeless and you feel totally connected in your space, no matter if others are validating you or not, or whether you are, so many things, so many human things. So this subject that you speak about, and we promise it all connects because it does. So what we'll say to you is that it's all free will. It's all free will. It's not this will happen or this will not happen. We say this often, is every path is golden, and that to you is meant to say that there is no predictions. There is paths which have more energy in them, but it's based on free will, and it's your free will and it's the other person's free will. So the best thing that you can do if you have desires in this way is to get in alignment with you and focus on your energy and stop scattering your energy to please others or look a certain way in the eyes of others, because that mirrors back to you. So therefore, the individuals that you attract into your life are going to be ones that are looking for validation in the other person, looking for self-acceptance in the other person. And that's not what you want. That's not what you desire. You desire to be whole and to be seen as whole and to be your own person in the presence of another person. That's what's important. That is exactly the answer, you see. It's simple, but it's not simple in your eyes. So maybe you can understand this, sort of, somehow, in a place that is not in your mind, but in a deeper place. So there's not an answer, but there is a question, and that question is something that you need to ask yourself. And we promise you that the moment that you find yourself at peace in this moment with yourself, you accept and love yourself, you become the warrior of yourself, the activist for yourself, the light holder for yourself, the love holder for yourself, then all of those things just come to you naturally. And not just in this way, but in all relationships, in all fashions. So it's really beautiful, the question that you asked, because there's so many different ways to move with this one. So just a beginning start, but ask yourself these questions more often, and you'll find that the answers come to you more fluidly. So thank you for showing up and being here for yourself.
Are you still there?
Yes.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
okay, good. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
Have a great night.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's move on to caller number 3. It's my queue is shifting. I don't know if I'm apologizing to people because it's just running up and down here. I know why. Because that person. All right. Got it. All right. The next caller, the last 4 numbers are 3895. You are on the air. What is your name, please?
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy?
Yes.
And what is your question, Kathy?
I'm looking for work. Trying to see if I'll find work soon.
Sorry, what was that, T? Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, she wants to know if she's looking for a job and she's wondering if she'll find work soon.
Okay. Hold on a minute. Dear one, dear sister, it is necessary for you to just take a deep breath, because it feels as if you've been holding your breath for quite a while. Just physically and emotionally and energetically, you've been holding yourself in this place of stagnancy, almost as if you are waiting for the world around you to crumble or something. There is a piece of you that is sort of stuck in this pattern, and we just want you to open yourself up right now, even just for a few minutes, because truly it is okay. Truly, where you are at this moment there's acceptance from this perspective. There is even joy. There is a knowingness that everything in this moment is allowing you to experience yourself in a deeper way, in a truer way. That's what all of this is about. It's about experiencing yourself in a different way. So can you see it as this? Can you see it as, instead of I'm the victim to this experience, I am alone, I am in turmoil, I am all of these stories that human beings tell themselves, I am not deserving. All of these things have the energy of lack embedded within them, the energy of what if, the energy of not enough. And as long as you're holding this energy, then you will find that your experiences, people around you, situations around you, will mirror that back to you. And of course, this is not just a new age thing. And we want all of you to listen up, because all of this is connecting, and we always say that it always connects in the end. Each and every one of you is really asking the same question. How can I be in alignment with the source within me in a way that's easy, in a way that's freeing, in a way that's empowering and non-judgmental? Well, the first thing you can do is love yourself. Okay, that's a big one. How can I do that? Well, first, you can move into acceptance. Acceptance, maybe that's even a big one. Acceptance of this present moment. You're asking not about a job. You're asking about alignment with Source. You're asking about how can I free up this energy around me so that all this external stuff can just fit into place. You see? You see how it is? It's like a puzzle. You can't just put the pieces on the outside of the puzzle together and then just think that the whole picture is going to show up. No, there's a framework that needs to be done here. So you're really asking, how can I get in relationship to myself in a deeper way? Well, what are you doing that's not in alignment with you right now? What are you doing that feels like obligation? What are you doing that feels like fear? What are you doing that you're living for anyone else besides you? Is that selfish? You can ask yourself this question. Do you feel it is selfish to live for you? Do you feel it is selfish to do things that maybe other people think are not productive because they're creative, because they're fun, because they give you life? This is work. This is play. Play is work. You know, it is what we're moving into. It is what humanity is moving into right now. Play is work. Play can become work. You can make money being playful. And it's possible, and it's not out there, it's not fluffy, it's not new age. It's reality. So you have to ask yourself, what have you been masking yourself from? What have you been putting off because it seems unrealistic? That's your words, unrealistic. All those things are things you should be pursuing, you see, because then your energy frees up. And yes, there will be part of you that fears. Yes, there will be part of you that fears a lot in the beginning. But you'll see that all of these things connect. They're all stepping stones, part of a bigger, grander plan, part of a bigger, grander purpose and life experience. So you have to almost, do one little stepping stone at a time, and you're not going to see all of them. You're not going to see the castle at the end. And that's okay, and that's part of the joy. So all these things that you've been covering up that aren't productive, they're wasting your energy, they're wasting your time. No, these are the things that are bringing you purpose and joy. These are the things that make time pass. These are the things that bring you life and bring you energy in the end. So do this. just do this first and foremost, and dedicate your time and energy to that. And then you will see slowly but surely that experiences, people, circumstances around you start matching that. You make connections. You make soul connections, truly. And guess what? Then all of a sudden, you're in a line of work that, first of all, it is your passion, it is your joy, it is your process of being alive, your sole purpose. Time passes, you make money, you feel good, you anti-age. That's what happens. So yes, of course it's all in play. Of course this experience is waiting for you. What do you expect? This life experience is made for you. And you're making it for you too. So don't become a victim of your own experience, because you are creating this too. You're part of this. So it's not happening outside of you. So don't wait for anything outside of you to come in the way or to present something to you, because you are part of it. So thank you for your question.
Is that helpful, Kathy?
No, I'm totally confused.
I knew.
Huh?
She's confused, yep. Courtney.
Yep.
People are. I think the thing is that if it's kind of like the law of attraction. What you put out there, you'll come back. Whether will come back to you in a like way. If you really, really go after, want something, you're putting up resistance by the sheer fact that you want it. So instead of doing that, just go out and apply for jobs and see what happens, and just not care whether you get it or not, and play with it. And then something will come in that's perfect for you.
Well, but that's why I said I didn't really understand, because I'm definitely applying for jobs. I'm definitely looking. I definitely care because I'm out of work, so I have to get a job. So that's where I'm like, I didn't understand at all.
Yeah. It's hard when you're in a place where you have to have work, where something has to happen in order for you to survive. And I understand that, and I think Courtney does as well. The message probably, and correct me if I'm wrong, Courtney, is that if you just go with it with an attitude of, I know the right thing will come to me, you'll get it a lot quicker than just going in thinking, I have to have this job, or I hope I get this job, or I hope I get this job, because then the right thing will not come to you. Where if you just think, okay, I'm applying for all these jobs and I know the right one's going to come along, and really believe that. I mean, really believe that. And it will happen faster for you. Am I interpreting this right, Courtney?
Yeah, actually, just to add to this, I actually want to just say my own experience, because I applied for a couple of jobs in the fall, and I didn't get either of them. And when I tuned into that after the fact, I realized that my inner self was a little bit like, I'm happy that I didn't get that. And then I listened to that, and I went, why is that? Oh, because I was doing that out of obligation, or I was doing that for the wrong reason. And my inner self knew that. My inner self knew that the work that I'm supposed to be doing is this work. It's not, working at a clothing store, a department store, or anything like that. So listen, it's about getting in tune with your own self, okay? So what is your body telling you? What is your emotions telling you? And, part of it, as you said, T, too, is there's a level of obligation, like, okay, I need to feed myself. I need to, and there's that, too, and that's the human part of us that gets in the way, and fear, and that naturally slows the process down. And, I'm going to be honest, some of that, it's not going to go away. It's not going to go away because we're human. But at least to have awareness, to follow the path of, okay, hey, I want to live for myself. I don't want to just do things because, I need to make money, or, to follow the path of joy that is for you. And to also have in the back of your mind, okay, well, sometimes I'm going to need to just do things to get money too, and how can I be in alignment with that so I'm not resisting that? So hopefully that gives you a little bit more clarity, but, like I said, it's really it's really necessary to go beyond this is the answer, or this is not the answer. It's like there's a much more deeper question within yourself. I think that needs to be clarified, which is what feels good to me. What feels good to me. So that's something that maybe you can do on your own time. But thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
You have a good night.
Mm-hmm.
I think because these readings are so different and people have trouble with the fact that how do I go in and what do I do to learn how people aren't intuiting. That's what it comes down
like
to.
Like we've talked about too. This is a whole new level, something that people, and I don't say that in an egotistical way at all.
No.
There's plenty of people that are doing the same level of reading, of course, and or same way of doing readings, but it's a testimony to where humanity is moving, and there's people that resonate, and there's people that don't, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and for everyone in Q, it's a matter of knowing that, first of all, timing does come into play. Timing is important. But you can take timing and make it faster for you if you learn to read your own vibrations and learn to read the energy within yourself. You
got
create,
it right on.
Yeah. And there's actually an article that just came out about the quickening of the Earth and the timing of the Earth's frequencies and how we've seen it go up from like 7 to 38 in the past, year or something. It's crazy. I haven't completely read the entire article. I'm completely fascinated by it, though. So, and I can feel it. You can feel timing is things are picking up and going by much faster. A month is a month, but how come it goes by so much faster? If we learn to just, and I think the important thing is people don't stop. This is vital. You need to be still. You need to ground, because when you just go and go and go, you're not going to catch anything about anything in your life, and your life is just going by. So these readings are meant for you to truly go in and see, okay, can I remember what I came in here for instead of doing my little magic phone or my magic Etch-a-Sketch or whatever it is everybody's playing with, and I don't know any of them. But,
Yeah. Well, it's the domino effect that's happening right now, because consciousness is rising. It always will be. It's not that this just started in 2012 or something. It's that consciousness is always rising, and it's the domino effect. I strongly believe this. None will be not affected, because I've even seen in the last even 5 years since this work started for me. There's people that I consider to be super cut off from the world around them are becoming more empathic. They're becoming, oh my gosh, I feel more things. I notice more things. There's more colors in the world that I didn't notice before. Yeah, that's because we're connected. And we're being asked to really take ourselves more seriously, man. Like, get real with yourself. Stop playing victim to your life. Stop seeing that life around you is outside of you. We are the experience. We are the experience. The experience isn't happening to us. So that's where this is all coming from. And if these readings challenge you, then that's good. That's not a sign of I don't get any of this. It's a sign that, okay, you haven't necessarily worked those muscles. It's okay. But you have it within you. Because the messages wouldn't be able to come through if you weren't somewhat present. It's coming from you. It's not coming from me. It's coming from you. So.
Right. The guidance is coming from you so that people can see it more clearly. That's all.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. Let's go to our next caller. The last 4 digits are 0837. You are on the air. What's your name, please?
Hello. My name is Nicole. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
What is your question, Nicole?
So the question I have is, I've actually been getting off and on sick for quite a few months now. And I keep going to the doctors for all these digestion issues and, skin irritations. And wondering if it's ever going to end, because it's getting like really frustrating that I'm not able to eat the normal things I can, and it's like really depressing me, and I just feel like I'm not getting better, and I just keep having these, crazy thoughts like I'm going to die or something, and I'm just wondering if you see anything with that.
All right, thank you. Well, of course, there is a lot of changes happening within you, you see, and this much is obvious to you. We're asking you to be humorous in this because you're taking this all so seriously, and really what's happening is a vibrational change within you. Your motivations are changing. Your experience of yourself in the world around you is changing. So you're going through a massive shift, and of course your outer reality will be affected because you're thinking that you can keep doing the same things, that you can remain stagnant on the outside even though your whole inner world is massively shifting. And that's not the case. And so when you resist that, and when you're not in tune with that, then your body shows you that. Your body shows you it through, all of these irritations that you're experiencing. So see it as a conversation, not a rebellion, because there's nothing inside of you that's trying to kill you. There's nothing inside of you that's trying to take you down. You're having a conversation, and you didn't quite understand the conversation. You haven't gotten on the same. You're not speaking the same language yet with your body, but it's okay because you're learning this now, and you're learning to catch this in the bud, so to speak, before you continue on this path of allowing these things to manifest more and more. So your diet, the people you spend your time with, your energy with, it feels like your whole life experience, really, you are remapping it. You are figuring out that if you don't pay attention to your own well-being, then see what happens. You get symptoms, and you get them very fast too. And your mind plays a role in that too. Then your mind responds, and it goes, "What is wrong with me? What is happening to me?" But surely, what is happening is, okay, you're not in alignment right now. You're not listening right now. So your body is telling you that. So your diet may need to shift a little bit, and you might not be able to eat certain things that you were before. But that's not a bad thing. That's not a wrong thing. That's not a negative thing. It is simply that you're shifting. And also keep in mind, none of this needs to be permanent. It may be, it may not be, but it doesn't need to be. So, if you can only eat a certain food for a little bit, or if you are feeling that you need to pull your energy in and be alone a little bit more, spend more time in nature, spend more time in meditation, do those things that are self-rejuvenating for you, and you know what that is for you because it's personal. But you know that you get results instantly when you go against the grain, when you do things that are not in alignment with you, and your body reacts. But what's really important in this entire conversation, the main point is that you need to be friends. You need to be friends with your body. And when we'll tell you this, because this is a beautiful practice. Every day, or as often as you can manage it, we want you to go through your body, and we want you to consciously bless your body. Thank you. Thank every organ. Thank every organ. Thank you, liver. Thank you, stomach. Thank you, pancreas. And let it be a moment. It can be a personal moment. It can be in your mind. It can be in silence. But do this, because right now you're saying to your body, talk to the hand. I'm not listening to you. You're fighting with me. Well, that's not going to be so good when you're trying to heal, is it? When you're trying to communicate more. So bless your organs, say thank you, and then start listening to what it wants, and don't resist it. Food choices, exercise choices, energy, just where you spend your time, who you spend your time with, your energy with. And if there's anything that feels in discord, don't do it. Don't do anything out of obligation. And we promise you that some of these little shifts, what feel like little shifts, will be big ones. But there's nothing life-threatening going on, and it's really just about listening to yourself and not beating yourself up, and opening that body dialogue conversation happening. Because yes, every part of you is alive, is conscious, is awake and aware, and it's important. It's important to treat it that way. Your body is a temple. So that's a little bit of what you can do. We thank you for your question.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That did help a lot.
You're welcome.
And thank you
for
T.
calling
I love
in.
you, and I love your show.
Oh, thank you. You take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's see. Our next caller is, the last four digits are 2540. 2540. You are on the air.
Hi, this is Tammy. Thanks for taking my call.
What is your question, Tammy?
I'm traveling on Friday to meet with some people, and just hoping to get a very big project, for my little small business, and was wondering what is the energy around that, and will I be able to, pull out a contract with these people?
Yes, indeed. Well, how are you feeling about this? We're bringing it back to you. So what the question, the answer is in the question.
I'm excited about it, but I have no idea what to expect.
Exactly.
So
there's this energy of grandness. There's this energy of excitement in the unknown. And that's what you got to focus on, right? That's what you have to focus on, because the energy of excitement in the unknown, that's the majority of the part of you that's ringing right now, that is vibrating, that is, in aliveness right now. It is the excitement of the unknown. It is only the very, very smallest percentage of you that was able to ask that question. It is humorous because it is interesting, because so many human beings, their question doesn't usually come from the majority part of them. It comes from that tiny 1% of them, the what if, or I have to put this into linear terms or human terms, but you know how it feels, right? And what is the point of getting attached to the outcome when it's all about the experience? And if you can put it into that perspective, so you can put it into the perspective of you arrive and you're so excited to just meet these people. You are so excited to see what kind of connections you're going to make. It's about how are we going to interact together, and what kind of experience is going to come from this soul connection? Really, that's what it is. And when you're in that flow, when you're in that presentness, when you're not thinking about some kind of end result, some kind of manifestation, so just think about it like this. We'll help you out. Think about it like you're meeting a group of friends, right? And it's your friend, it's your people, it's your tribe, and when you get there with them, all you're thinking about is how you're just going to be yourself, and you're just going to connect, and you're just going to feel so in the flow and so in your presentness. And you're not thinking about what are they going to say, and then what am I going to say, and then what's going to happen after that. You're not thinking about that. You're being. So don't see these people as superiors, or don't see these people as that they're going to be assessing you, right?
Okay.
All that's necessary is you being with yourself, being in the joy and excitement of that moment. And we promise you, when you connect in that way, and you can do that visually, just do that in your heart space before you even walk in there, and you just visualize that golden sun in your heart, and you can visualize that golden sun in their hearts too, and can imagine that string of light that's connecting your suns together from the heart center. And this is a way to just vibrationally just feel that connectedness, feel that in syncness. And as long as you show up as you and for you and only for you, then it's going to be beautiful. No matter what happens, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel alive. You're going to feel, hey, I expressed myself in a new way, and that is enough. But you're feeling so good about it already, and it's only that 1% that is questioning, that is unknowing, but the unknown is the excitement. So think about this as a joyful experience to just be yourself. Think about this as a experience to show up in a whole new way that you haven't ever done before, because you are constantly shifting and changing. So the way you were yesterday is not the way you are today. The way you were 10 minutes ago is not the way you are today, or in this moment. So think about it as just an exciting experience where you can just let everything go, let everything loose, because when you do that, then you're not thinking about what to say. You're not thinking about how to make anything happen, because your alignment is the creator of all that you are desiring, right? So if you show up in alignment with you, everything around you, including those people, including that experience, will be in alignment with you. It's just the way it works. It is the way it works. So keep up that energy, keep up that knowingness that is within you, because that is the key. That is the answer. So we thank you and we love you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Tammy, can I interject here? I'd like to say that, if you go in with the attitude that was just given to you, and you go in joyfully knowing that everything will be well, no matter what happens, everything will be well, because you never know what will happen from this experience. Something else could come along that's better if, in fact, this isn't the one. But it could lead to something else. So when you're in joy doing whatever it is, I've seen this happen in my life, and very quickly. This is a year where things are happening very, very quickly, manifesting very quickly. So go in with as much joy as possible and realize that no matter what, it's all going to be good, and good things will come of it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Have a great night. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we have time for one more caller. Let's see. The last four digits are 9336. 9336. You are on the air. What is your name?
My name is Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm good. What's your question for Courtney?
It's not that I really have a question. Just whatever she's getting will be great with me.
Okay, good. Okay. Courtney, are you on the line? I think we lost Courtney.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's okay. She'll call back in. She will call back in.
I thought maybe I perplexed her.
Right, here she is. Okay. Wait, hold on a second. No, you didn't perplex her. Okay, Courtney, we have you on air. I don't know what happened.
I'm here. You muted me.
You're here. I muted you.
Yeah.
It didn't show up on my screen, but that's okay.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm here.
I'm here. Did you hear what she said?
Okay, let me resume the reading here because I was just talking.
Thank you.
All right.
Sorry, Brenda.
That's okay.
Dear one, as we were saying, and of course, words are only the very tip of the iceberg because we are already talking to you in energy. And what we are saying to you is that we are thanking you for showing up as the beauty of you, and we are thanking you for seeing yourself as who you truly are. And that openness is evident in just being willing to receive, just to listen, just to truly to listen to yourself. And that's something that you have practiced, and it shows, and you can feel it, and you can know it, because you are in this place and space where you are ready for shifts, you are ready for change, and of course there's some bit of you that is excited in this scary part of it, but the majority part of you is awaiting this joyful ebb and flow of the life experience, and how you are just in joy in every moment as you continue to just see yourself blossoming in new ways and taking on new forms of yourself that even surprise you sometimes. So it is really beautiful to experience that through you and as you. And what we would say to you is simply to nurture yourself even more, because there's part of you that wants to be productive, wants to keep going, wants to move fast, make things happen fast, and what we would say is slowing down is really how you can become more productive, because your energy becomes more solidified, your energy becomes more whole. You are able to be more in tune with your physical body, as well as what you call your intuition, or the body chemistry, so to speak. And that is really important at this time. It's really to slow down and to nurture yourself in all ways, not just your body, but your mind, your spirit. And again, it comes back to obligation. It comes back to, it is interesting because it is almost like in the world that you live in, or maybe even in the part of the world that you live in, it is a societal sort of obligation to do things because they seem right, or because everyone else is doing it, or, there's this fast-paced reality, and it doesn't ring true with you. And it shouldn't, because when you slow down, when you nurture, when you ground, when you truly, it is the simplicity and the joy of doing nothing, and it is not really doing nothing, and that's the exact point. So we're not saying that you should just literally do nothing for your entire existence, but there is a time right now, and you can feel into this of how long this feels right to you, where it is really just important for you to slow down, to listen, to ground, to silence yourself. And nature is a beautiful way of doing this. Nature is a beautiful way of experiencing the silence within yourself. And that's where you can go back to. That is home. That is your inner stillness. So some pieces for you to just be aware of. It's not you have to do this, or you should do this even. It's just about, really being more in tune with what your desires are and what you need at this moment. Doesn't mean forever. It just means at this moment. So you know what to do. are already on your path and on your way. So we thank you for showing up and being here with us.
Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much. You have no clue how right on that is for me. And just to hear it from her, it's just amazing. Totally amazing. And I do have to slow down.
Thank you.
I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, we have only 30 seconds left. I actually got cut off and had to call back in, so I missed most of that reading. So,
sorry.
Courtney, it's not your fault. Let's see. I just want to make sure people are aware of your web address that we have for you is teachingsfromgod.com. Is there any other address that they can use?
Nope, you can just go there and you'll find my book and my social media, my YouTube, all of that. So it's a great way to get in touch, and I definitely want to get in touch with all of you. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody.
Thank you so much, Courtney. We really appreciate it. Listeners, you know what to do. Send this show to everybody that you know so that they can get in touch with Courtney as well. On behalf of everyone here at Energy Awareness Radio, thank you for tuning in. For more information about me, check my website, quantumwellness.org. Also, check out sojihuggles.org. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at NRG Aware Radio. That's at NRG Aware Radio. I'm your host, T-Love, here at Energy Awareness Radio, intending you and yours a most wonderful week. Remember, living from your heart is quite easy. You need only give thanks to do so. Take care and stay well.
I got a roof over my head. I got a warm place to sleep. Some nights I lie awake counting years instead of counting sheep. I got a heart that can hold love. I got a mind that can think. There may be times when I lose the light and let my spirit sink, but I can't stay depressed when I remember how I'm blessed. Within a city of strangers, I got a family of friends. No matter what rocks and brambles fill the way, I know that they will stay till the end. I feel a hand holding my hand. It's not a hand you can see, but on the road to the promised land, this hand will shepherd me through delight and despair, holding tight and always there. Grateful, grateful,
Heads up, Old Navy denim lovers. Today is the last day. Jeans for the family are just $15 for adults, $12 for kids. Plus, today is your last chance to redeem your super cash at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Better hurry, valid 2/11 and 2/12. Select styles only.